game is amazing for graphic, for the action and adventure, and of course for the audio. These are the best components in this game to make it look great and interesting. I will review the story, moral messages, and of course including patterns right now. The storyline has received a lot of hate reviews. One of which is the favorite character, Joel, who died miserably at the beginning of the story of the game. Maybe amongst you it's hard to accept this and quickly want to forget it. Joel's death is an unexpected thing or a consequence beyond our expectations. It is like that, we are emphasized to always be ready for all the unexpected. Maybe this is one of the positive aspects of this game. We are truly directed to the Ellie story, who is looking for all the truth about her life and also of her life. And of course, revenge to Abby. In her story, we really focus on one thing and follow the storyline emotionally. Focus on her search for Abby and really want to kill her immediately, but in the middle of the story, there are some flashback scenes that bring us to Joel's perspective, which makes a thorough conclusion while our view of his actions that have a big impact. But clearly, we are no longer focused on one thing from Ellie's perspective. We are forced to see other things that support the storyline even though it doesn't make sense though, and we have to accept it. Joel has told the truth to Ellie, making a vaccine will have killed her. Maybe some of you think that Joel is too selfish, so he's more concerned with the one person he loves and sacrifices a lot of people. But it depends on who you are looking at, from whose perspective. Just remember that there is always a point of view that really can be interpreted clearly and has a considerable influence on everything, and can be used as an alternate solution in solving a problem. So be careful in assuming something. Then one thing that really heartbreaking is when Ellie killed Mel, who was pregnant. Maybe it was like, oh my god, does this have to really happen, mate? Really a terrible impression, isn't it? The direction of the storyline concept is already clear, right? Just think about it. Next, Abby's story. After Ellie killed all of Abby's friends, and when Abby met Ellie at the theater, then we play as Abby. We are focused on the storyline to answer all questions, see this problem from her perspective. Maybe you guys feel weird, right? When you have to play as Abby. I know this game has been playing with your emotions, but the other side of this game is practicing our rationality towards a problem. Is your rationality still going well, or has it been covered with your emotions so that you cannot use it anymore? After you follow the storyline, maybe you start thinking that the person who killed your favorite character isn't as bad as you thought before. If you look at the story rationally, Abby actually sacrificed for more than two people who saved her, even though the two people who saved her were members of the Scar. Compared with the Ellie storyline, she started from a nice and friendly group, but the storyline is full of killing, especially in scenes when she meets Abby's friends and forces them to tell Abby whereabouts. While Abby starts from a group that looks cruel, unfriendly, but as you continue to follow the storyline, you will find a very striking difference from Ellie's story. Ellie indeed lost a figure she loved, so did Abby. She lost her father, who was trying to save people by making a vaccine, and even all her friends. And indeed, she killed Joel, but she let Ellie and her friends stay alive. This is a paradoxical thing that you must understand. And last, back to Ellie's story. Grudge cannot just disappear, but it's not impossible to get rid of it. Some of you already know about the ending of the story of this game. Yes, it all ended badly. If Ellie did not force Abby to fight, maybe she wouldn't lose everything. Ending by helping Abby, who was already helpless and forgotten in the past. At least Ellie wouldn't lose an ability to play the guitar, a gift from Joe. Okay, all of our expectations about the story will unsuitable what we expect, and many things beyond our expectation we must accept. Writer looks too harsh in building the atmosphere of the game, and the next conclusion that can be drawn is that revenge will not solve anything, mate.